Donna, I'm sure you have a bad personality deep down. You're simply really excellent at hiding it.
What were you saying to me? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Did I do anything to you?
Well, given that you're marrying my trashy brother, I'm pretty confident I'm correct. You've most likely committed a few crimes in your life. Just texting you makes me nervous. My hands are trembling. Never come near me, monster.
Are you having pleasure conversing with yourself? It appears to be a tragic situation. Andrea, I know you don't get along with Edric, but it doesn't give you the right to disrespect me like this. I'm not going to sit here and take your insults because I'm his wife. Please refrain from assuming that I am a criminal.
Simply keep quiet. I know that the woman he chooses as his partner will be a scumbag. This I am certain of.
What makes you think he's a bad person? I don't understand it at all.
What? Are you certain? Do you understand why?
Because his parents could not afford to pay for him to attend high school or university, he worked many jobs to cover the costs. Because of his hard work and determination, he was able to graduate from a prestigious university. I believe what he did was admirable, and he is not a bad person, as you maintain. I don't understand anything you say.
What do you mean? He defied my parents' request that he drop out of high school and begin working. Our family required him to work in order for him to pay for and support our family. He abandoned our family to attend university. That is not a decent behavior.
Wow, I feel sorry for you, Andrea.
What exactly did you just say to me?
Your parents have thoroughly misled you only because you are their favorite child. They've instilled in you all the erroneous morals and perceptions of our culture. Everything you say is ridiculous and idiotic. That's why I said I'm sorry.
This is unbelievable. How can you respond to me in this manner?
I'm enjoying texting you, but I have to go grocery shopping right now. What a travesty!
Hold on a second. I'm not going to accept your nonsense. You had better retract that statement and apologize to me right now.
Just relax. The fridge is empty, and I need to go shopping before the stores close. After all, I'm preparing meals for your family as well. If I don't go get some groceries right now, you won't be able to eat dinner. Are you certain you'll be okay without food tonight?
No way. Why are you bringing that up now? You're really annoying. You're perfectly right for my idiot brother. Two oblivious idiots were made to be together. You slacker, hurry up and start shopping.
Thank you for your kind words.
What? Are you delusory? I'm not complimenting you. Why would I do that?
Anyway, I'll leave now. Goodbye.
What's the matter with you? I despise speaking with you. Good day, Donna. You don't have to return home because you no longer have authorization to do so.
What are you talking about?
Simply place the items you purchased for us in front of the entrance. I'll get it and take it inside later.
Are you certain about what you just told me? It comes as a surprise.
I just informed all of my relatives about the 2 times you were sentenced to prison for crimes you committed.
What did you just say? Are you kidding me? I've never been in jail before, and I've never committed a crime.
I don't care if it actually happened or not. All of my relatives will believe anything I say if I say it is true. I told so many people about it while you were out grocery shopping. I first informed my mother, father, and grandmother because I was currently living with them. Then I made certain to inform my other relatives, including my aunt, uncle, cousins, and numerous more. I texted them all, telling them you were a horrible lady who married Edric while concealing your criminal background. I also told them you'd gone to jail twice before.
How could you do anything like that?
I informed them that the first offense was for hitting someone in the face and the second offense was for shoplifting. My parents went berserk and ordered that you never set foot on our land again. So, don't ever come to my place again. Oh, and they also want you to divorce Edric. Can you blame them for not wanting a criminal in the family? I suppose I won't have to see you as much anymore.
I'm not getting divorced from him because of this. He's not the type of guy who would fall for a blatant lie like this.
Well, I'm not so sure. Even if he doesn't believe it, his entire family does. He'll be harassed frequently for marrying a felon like you. I would despise having to live such a life. I'm confident he'll get the divorce.
Why did you have to go so far?
Isn't this self-evident? This was done to ensure that my garbage brother lost everything. I never want him to be happy.
What's the matter with you? This is going way too far. Even for a lunatic like you.
I don't care. I'm furious just because he exists. The very thought of him irritates me right now. Why isn't he hurrying up and leaving our parents' house? He needs to hurry up and find his own house.
Isn't it evident why he's still living with you all?
What exactly are you trying to say?
It's fine, don't worry about it. Now I understand how you feel. I'm not going to return to that house, and we're leaving for good. I am not a criminal, as you claim, but I do not want to live with individuals who make up stories and lack common sense.
Finally, you're doing something valuable. Never return here. I don't want society's garbage in my home.
Donna, I'm deeply sorry for what occurred today. I only recently learned of it. My sister is insane. Sorry for not being able to help because I was at work. I deeply regret this.
Edric. I was also preparing to contact you about it. I apologize for not doing it sooner. So you heard what happened, right?
Sure, I did. Where are you now? Are you all right?
I've reserved a hotel near the station for tonight, so you don't have to be concerned about me.
That's fantastic news. Anyway, how can my family believe such an obvious lie? Someone as nice as you could not possibly have a criminal past. My family must have believed that because they don't know you as well as I do. My grandmother, on the other hand, did not fall for it, and she continues to tell me what a wonderful person you are. I'm very sorry for everything.
It's not necessary for you to continually apologizing to me. I'm relieved that your grandmother trusts in me. Also, I know you haven't been able to leave your parents' place since you're concerned about your grandmother, correct? She is the only one on your side, and I am the only one who is normal in your insane family.
Thank you for your understanding. I know that my being here is giving you a slew of issues.
It's fine, I can handle it. I accept to marry you despite the fact that these things could happen. Having said that, I believe we must consider a solution to the current predicament.
Yes, I was planning to speak with you about that as well. My grandmother has just given me permission to carry out the plan we discussed not long ago.
Oh, we're already carrying out that plan? I figured we'd try it in a few months.
That was the original plan, but I believe we can do it sooner. I explained the current circumstances to that person, and they said we could implement the strategy right away. Let's do it this weekend after things have settled down a bit.
That is ideal. It's finally happening, I suppose. I'm getting excited already. We only have a few days to wait.
At long last. Just wait a few more days. I'm sorry this happened to you.
I'm all right. Let's get through this together.
Oh, how much better this house is without you. Since you left, I've been in such a fantastic mood. My jerk brother appears to be leaving as well. He hasn't been in contact with you either, so you two must have divorced. My strategy is working perfectly. I believe telling all my relatives that you were a criminal was a tremendous success. You deserved it, nasty scumbag. Finally, everything is going my way. It's so much pleasure to see how everything comes together. My life is amazing. You must be quite envious of me. Pick up the phone right now. What on earth is this? Respond right away. Don't just disregard me.
It's been a while, Andrea. What do you want me to say? Is this related to the police report I filed against you?
That's exactly what I'm referring to. What were you thinking when you did it to me? You cannot simply file a police report at random.
Actually, there was every reason for me to file one. Did you know that defamation and harassment are also crimes?
What do you mean? Stop making up rubbish.
I'm not making this up. If you don't believe me, look it up. You tell all your family that I have a criminal record and have been in prison twice. You did this to get me tossed out of the house. This is certainly defamation and harassment.
Wait, what?
I've also heard you utter the same untruth to all of your neighbors. That, I believe, is detrimental to my reputation. If you keep acting like way, I'm going to have a lot of difficulties. I filed a police report so you could see how serious your actions are. It's not something you can get away with.
You can't possibly be serious, can you?
I'd be pleased not to charge you with a crime in exchange for a settlement fee. I'm confident that my lawyer will provide you with all the information you require.
What? Do I have to pay you anything? Why had it to come to this? What is going on? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I attempted to sell my parents' house in order to raise funds to pay you for the settlement expenses. I just learned out that the house has been on the market for a while and that a buyer has been located. Could you please explain what is going on?
Is there any use in asking me for an explanation? Your grandmother was the one who sold the house. She is the one who owns it.
What? My grandmother did this? I assumed the house belonged to my father.
When your grandfather died, I heard he left the house to your grandmother. You didn't realize?
How was I to know? Are you certain about this?
It must be real because your grandmother was able to list and sell the house.
No way! So how am I supposed to get the money to pay you for the settlement? I desperately need money right now.
Why do you have to sell the house to repay me? It's not a huge sum of money. Oh, you mean you have to pay for a lawyer and another settlement fee since you caused additional trouble?
What? You've heard about it?
Yes, I heard you ruined a marriage by sleeping with a married man. I heard that when you two came face to face, things got physical. You must have done a lot of property damage. Worse, your mother was aware of it and backed you.
Isn't it evident that my mother would approve of my pursuit of happiness? She should be helping me with my love life.
Your family and you are completely insane.
If you say that again, we'll have a real fight. You believe you know who I am?
I've also heard that you've been stealing things from the wife of the person you've been sleeping with.
What do you think about it? It's not wrong for me to take some of her belongings. In any case, my guy was the one who purchased the most of them. Because I'm with him, they're essentially mine. The designer bags, diamond rings, and sapphire earrings all look better on me than that old and ugly woman. I am entitled to whatever I took from her.
You are aware that what you did constituted stealing, correct? It's a heinous crime.
What are you talking about?
Everything you took from her was her property. Taking it from her without her permission is theft because it is not your property. It's as simple as that. How would you feel if I took some of your belongings without informing you? You'd call the cops and report it as a crime, right? Is that clear now? I'm not sure about the specifics, but if I were her, I'd file a theft report with the police. The items you stole from her appear to be quite costly. I suppose you'd have to return whatever you took or pay her the cost of the stuff, as well as pay for the crime you did. Maybe they'll forgive you if you pay them a settlement fee as well.
That's a lot of money. I can't believe it's happening to me.
You are attempting to sell your parents' house in order to pay for all of this, correct? I understand why you need so much money right now.
So, if you know what's going on, please assist me by giving me money. You are, after all, my brother's wife. We're now family, right? It's now your obligation to assist me. I'll accept you as a member of my family if you pay all of my fees.
What you're saying doesn't make any sense to me.
Why don't you understand? Are you really that stupid?
You are aware that I am one of the victims of a crime committed by you. You have a debt to me. Why did you assume I'd want to assist you?
Well, this is due to...
Oh, and there's one more thing. You must vacate your current residence since it has been sold. If you continue to live there indefinitely, you will be committing a felony. The house is no longer yours. You must all vacate before the deadline.
Why am I being forced to leave my home? I don't understand any of these rules. Why am I concerned about this? If my grandmother sold her house, does it indicate she bought another somewhere else? All I have to do now is relocate with her. I'm such a genius.
Unfortunately, that is also not going to be doable.
What is the reason for this?
She was arguing that there was no reason for her to let you live with her if you weren't her granddaughter.
What do you mean? She's my grandmother. I'm sick of you scaring me with your falsehoods.
She was explaining that she had lately requested your father to obtain a DNA test. The results have apparently come back, and you are not related to him at all.
What about a DNA test? Why is my family being tested right now? It makes no sense.
I'm sure your mother can tell you all about it. It is not my place to tell you.
What is going on?
There is another reason you won't be able to live with your grandmother. She'll be relocating abroad.
Is she really leaving the country? Why would she do such a thing?
She is about to marry a foreigner.
What? At her age, she's getting married again?
Her partner, too, recently lost his wife. I suppose they'll spend their final years as a married pair. I believe it is better for both of them because they will not be fully alone and secluded.
When in the world did she meet someone like that?
By the way, Edric and I will be moving in with your grandmother.
You're accompanying her? You're all leaving?
We accepted a job offer from your grandmother's new partner.
Will you be able to reside overseas at all? You can't even make ends meet in your own country. Moving overseas will not solve the problem. But what about the linguistic barrier? You'll be unable to communicate in English.
Oh, you didn't realize we've been taking Spanish classes?
Have you been taking language classes? When was this? I was completely unaware. What is going on in my life? Everything had gone horribly wrong all of a sudden. It's illogical. My life was going so beautifully until recently. None of this is fair to me.
It's most likely due to your long period of living without consequences. Everything you've done wrong has finally come back to bite you all at once. You must accept responsibility for your conduct. You can't always get away with committing crimes for free. We're all leaving the United States soon things settle down. Please pay any money owed to me before we leave.
Why must I do this? I'm not interested. I despise my life right now.
Andrea asked all of her family whether she could borrow money from them. Unfortunately, none of them were willing to assist her. She circulated stories about my being a criminal when, in fact, she was the one performing the crimes. All of her relatives told her that she should go to prison twice instead of me. They were all disgusted that she had also slept with another woman's spouse. The majority of her relatives were so outraged by what she had done that they decided to cut all relations with her. Andrea's parents opted to divorce for a variety of reasons. They both vanished without informing their families. Nobody knows where they are right now. Andrea had no one on whom she could rely, so she had to labor for the large sum of money she owed. A standard job would not be enough to pay it all off, so she had to look for a different type of career. I've heard that she's been seen heading into hotels with a variety of males on several occasions. I guess things aren't going so well in her life right now.